New mid pipe. This was a spur of the moment purchase. I picked it up today from M Parts Worldwide. Go check them out if you don't know who they are. He's a parts distributor up here in the Northeast. He sells everything from complete motors to headlights, and he's kind of the plug for around here. And of course, transmission disassembly begins with the mid pipe. So it's actually nice. I can show you a direct comparison between stock and new. This is a Bimmerworld mid pipe. This is their track pipe. As I mentioned previously in my build breakdown, my mid pipe is catless already. But what this track pipe allows is that it's a nice wide pipe and it's actually equal length from the headers to the single. I've heard some sound clips of it before, more specifically the Active Auto Work one. This is the Bimmerworld one made by MagnaFlow. They're pretty similar in design, but I have yet to hear someone run this exact setup, so I'm actually pretty excited to hear it. Something's leaking.
I know I'll never. I know I'll never.
Alright, so that is it. Transmission is out. This was my first experience doing a solo transmission drop. Last year I helped my buddy Ian out on his E39 5 Series. He was doing his clutch, but I wasn't there for the whole thing, and it definitely wasn't just me. So this was definitely a first of its kind experience, but I did learn a lot, and it was actually pretty enjoyable. There were some hardships, like the bolts around the bell housing. Dealing with my really shitty old sound deadening from the factory was awful. But aside from all that stuff, I really learned a lot, and I'm very excited to take this next step towards getting that 6-speed in the car. So I definitely discovered a lot of things with this car, taking that out and taking all this stuff out, to be honest. This kind of wraps up disassembly as it is, besides the front control arms, but those will come out at a different date, I promise you. I just don't want to deal with them right now. I really wanted to get the transmission out. But let me go over some things. First thing is my oil leak. Oh, E36, what a surprise, right? I thought it was my oil pan or my oil pan gasket. After taking the transmission off, just looking in the bell housing, it is soaked with oil in there. As you saw me crack the seal, you saw the drip of oil hit my face. That was from that seal between the transmission and the motor. I think it might be a rear main seal issue. Another thing I'm very excited to do is get rid of that sound deadening like I mentioned. You probably saw it throughout the transmission removal, but it just threw dust everywhere. It's old, it's crappy. So all in all, that is pretty much disassembly done. The next steps are cleaning not only the parts that I'm putting back on the car, like the subframe, but also the whole underside. As you saw, the oil pan is covered in shit. The trans tunnel is filled with that sound deadening. Every wheel well needs to be cleaned, and I have plenty of time, so I'll make it worth my while. I'll make some great content for you, and I'm excited to jump to the next chapter with this car. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.